Okay, so the next class we're going to cover for Season of Discovery, Runes. This is everyone's favorite class to hate on, and that's Rogues. So let's see what they get here. Deadly Brew. When you inflict any other poison on a target, you also inflict deadly poison. So I want to think deadly poison is something like 10% or so of Rogue's overall damage. I mean, I could be really wrong here, just talking out of my backside. But if that's the case, you could just look at this as like you get another poison, so 10% increase overall damage or something. Maybe we'll see here. Just a flesh wound. You take 20% reduced physical damage while Blade Dance is active. Additionally, you have 6% reduced chance to be critically hit by melee attacks. The threat generated by all your actions is massively increased. And your feint ability is replaced with Tease, which taunts the target to attack you. Taunts the target to attack you, but has no effect on tank. Right, Rogues can now tank. Just like a throwback, I remember a Horde guild on my server back in Burning Crusade. Original BC, way back in the day. They actually used a rogue to tank Black Temple. Like once they basically had all their gear and stuff like that, because he had his warglaives and it was hard to keep threat off of him apparently. Anyway, so they were just like, hey, why don't you just see about tanking? Because apparently when he pulled threat, he didn't actually die all that much. So it just kind of became this meme that they just lent into. And yeah, maybe that's where this whole idea comes from. It's because they just kind of wore the generic bear tank stuff, and that was good enough, and he could tank. So let's see. Quick draw. Gain the quick draw ability. Draw your ranged weapon and fire a quick shot at an enemy, causing normal ranged weapon damage and reducing the target's movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Awards 1 combo point. Quick draw benefits from all types of effects that trigger from or modify Sinister Strike? So we get tank, and we get like hunter. Okay, sure. Slaughter from the shadows. Reduce the energy cost of your backstab and ambush by 20. Grave Gloves Mutilate does not apply to abilities learned from other runes. Alright, well, let's just move on from here. Okay. So, main gouge. Instantly strike with your offhand weapon. For normal offhand weapon damage, increase your chance to parry by 10% for 10 seconds. Awards a combo point. It also benefits from everything. Affects Sinister Strike. So this again is your tanking. Gives you 10% parry. Cool. Getting a Mutilate ability. Instantly attacks with both weapons for 100% weapon damage plus an additional damage with each weapon. Damage is increased by 20% against poison targets. Awards 2 combo points. Mutilates benefits from all talents and effects that trigger from and modify backstab unless otherwise specified. So I guess that's where they're going into this slaughter from the shadows. And the fact this like 20% reduced energy cost on Mutilate would be absolutely insane. Saber Slash. Viciously slash an enemy for 130% weapon damage and cause the target to bleed for some amount of your attack power every 2 seconds for just like stacking up to 3 times. Awards 1 combo point. Saber Slash benefits from all talents and effects that trigger From our modified Sinister Strike. Shadow Strike. Teleport behind your target and strike, causing 150% weapon damage to the target. Must be stealthed. Awards 1 combo point. The fact you have to be stealthed. Not a fan. Shiv. Gain the Shiv ability. Instantly attack with your offhand weapon to deal normal offhand weapon damage with a 100% chance to apply the poison from your offhand weapon to the target. Slower weapons require more energy, awards 1 combo point. Shiv benefits from all talents and effects from that modifies Sinister Strike. So this is cool in the fact that you can take this, take your Deadly Brew. You're guaranteed to apply the poison, guaranteed to inflict deadly poison as well. It's pretty cool. Are you going to take it over Mutilate? Yeah, whatever. Legs. So they just get 3 finishers. Okay. Ranged finishing move. Okay, yeah. Alright, Hunter-esque rogue go. Okay. Ranged finishing move that causes damage per combo point, increased by attack power, and stuns the target. Cooldown shared with Kidney Shot. For a 5-second stun at range? Blade Dance. Finish move that increases your parry chance, lasts longer, grants more parry chance per combo point. And Blade Dance is what the tank thing said, right? Blade Dance is active. So you only take the 20% reduced physical damage while you have Blade Dance up? Well, just kind of thinking of how it would play out. You could get your 1 combo point and do a 14-second Blade Dance. And then hopefully in that by that 14 seconds ends, you're up to using a higher point one. So maybe it's not that bad. I mean, 1 point being 14 seconds, you might just be able to pop it like immediately on the pull and then just build into bigger ones. So maybe that's not as bad as it seems. Envenom. Finish a move that deals instant poison damage based on your deadly poison doses on the target. Following the Envenom attack, you have a 75% increased frequency of applying instant poison for 1 second plus an additional 1 second per combo point. 1 dose is activated per combo point. So this is really good in the vein that it is poison damage. This is nature damage. So you're going to be bypassing target's armor completely, and what most bosses and stuff like don't even have like resistant things. So this might just be your new finishing spam. Cause I mean, like in DPS wise, what are you gonna take here? Like PvE DPS. You're not taking. You're gonna take this. So then you're gonna be forced into leaning into like poison. So you're gonna take this. You're gonna take Deadly Brew. And then you might even take this offhand thing. And like there's your spec. It doesn't even matter what else you're doing. So I think this is kind of like, if you're not doing this, then you just basically don't get a leg rune if you're not leaning into this. So, but maybe it's just not, doesn't matter. Maybe like mutilate and uh, well, slaughter doesn't apply. You know, maybe this is good enough. It just doesn't matter, and you just run with this for any time that you aren't able to melee. You can actually just have some finishing move that. Uh, well, like I guess I opened with everybody. You know, does love to hate on rogues in classic. Uh, so I think a lot of people are going to be happy to see that they don't just get insane stuff. It's not bad, but as far as like if you were to rate like what other classes get, this seems to be on the lower end of the spectrum. Uh, DPS and PvP wise, like as far as it just being really like interesting and new and stuff to really play around with. Like I think I made this comment with Priest uh, is this going to pull any hardcore players of other classes to look at this and go, oh man, you know, screw my warlock, I want to play rogue now because this looks so cool. I don't think so. Um, Unless like, you know, you're a hardcore warrior tank and you're just like, I'm going to play one of these other tanking class because I'm tired. You know, I've played enough warrior tanks to last my life. Where do I end up? Do I warlock tank, rogue tank, shaman tank, pally tank, and you know they land on rogue. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what's more to come. This is of course just level 25 stuff. They could get a lot more things. I'm imagining they're gonna have to get like another finishing move or something again here. Other than that, it's all right. It's all right. So we'll just leave it here.